A cold silence covered the Empire control station as the night shift continued its slow routine. For many hours, nothing unusual had appeared on the long-range scanners. Most officers were relaxed, some drinking warm synth coffee, others half asleep at their control panels. But everything changed the moment a single alarm light blinked red on radar screen 7. Officer Rian leaned forward, thinking it was another system glitch. The Empire scanners sometimes picked up ghost signals from old satellites. But this one was different. The small dot on his screen moved too fast. Much faster than anything he had ever seen. He zoomed in, expecting the dot to vanish, but it didn't. It became clearer, brighter, and more real. He checked the database for ship identification. Every known ship in the Empire and neighboring systems had a record. But the screen replied with the same cold message again and again. No ID found. No origin detected. No match in database. Rian's heart slowed. His fingers froze above the controls. He whispered, almost to himself. "What are you?" Another officer, Mara, noticed his expression and walked over. When she looked at the screen, her face lost all color. She checked the scanner herself, thinking Rian might be mistaken. But the speed values were correct. The object was moving at a velocity no Empire ship could reach. It was too fast to be a human-made vessel. The senior commander was called instantly. Within minutes, the comm station turned into a room full of tense energy. Officers typed rapidly, AI systems calculated endlessly, and security lights flashed across the chamber. The Empire's advanced AI analyzed the object, and after a long silent moment, it spoke in a flat mechanical voice. Unknown ship detected. Velocity exceeds known limits. Origin, none. Records, none. Classification, unidentified threat. The entire command room stopped moving. Nobody spoke. Nobody breathed. Commander Soren stood straight, his eyes fixed on the main holographic display where the unknown ship now appeared as a glowing point. "Increase tracking power. I want full details," he ordered. But deep inside, even he knew that something was wrong. Something was coming toward them that should not exist. Sensors tried to lock onto the object again, but suddenly the dot changed direction. Sharp, precise, impossible. No ship could turn like that at such speed. It went left, then right, then up, then forward, all in ways that broke every known rule of physics. Officers stared in disbelief. "It's reading our movements," Mara whispered. "It's reacting to our scanners, like it's watching us." Before they could react, the ship slowed down. Not because of gravity or resistance, but as if it simply decided to. Then it stopped completely at the outer border of the Empire's space. Commander Soren felt a cold weight in his chest. "No ship can stop at that speed," he said. "Not unless." Rian finished the sentence for him. "Not unless it has technology far greater than ours." Multiple Empire warships were deployed to the zone. They circled the unknown craft from a safe distance. Their weapons were online, shields raised, engines on standby. Yet none of the ships dared to get too close. The unknown object hung there in the dark vacuum like a silent eye watching everything. Attempts to communicate went unanswered. No radio signal returned. No energy pattern changed. It felt almost as if the ship was ignoring them. Then something terrifying happened. A pilot from one of the Empire warships shouted over comms. It disappeared. The ship just vanished from scanners. For 6 long seconds, scanners showed nothing. No dot. No trace. No radiation. Nothing existed where the ship had been. And then the unknown ship suddenly appeared again, directly behind the Empire warships. All warships' alarms blared at once. Officers grabbed onto their seats as confusion spread across all communication channels. How did it move without detection? Did it use some kind of warp? No warp signature detected. Then how did it? Before anyone could answer, the unknown ship emitted a faint pulse. A soft ripple of energy spread across space like a wave. It wasn't bright. It wasn't loud. But every scanner in the region shook with data. The pulse traveled farther than any normal signal. Across star systems. Across dark regions. Across everything the Empire believed it controlled. It was not a signal of peace. It was not a warning. It was something else, something the Empire did not understand. Back at the control station, Dr. Hale, the top physicist of the Empire, examined the energy patterns. He spoke slowly, his eyes locked on the screen. This energy, it is not plasma, not nuclear, not dark matter tech. It is something we have never seen before. Something that feels alive, like it is breathing. The command room fell silent again. The Emperor was informed immediately. His reply came as a single command: Empire is now on high alert. Lights across the station turned red. Gates locked. Defense systems activated. Soldiers ran to their positions. Rian looked at the mysterious dot, still glowing softly on the screen. He felt something he had never felt before. Not fear. Not confusion. It was the feeling that the Empire had just awakened something ancient. Something powerful. Something that did not belong to their world. And the unknown ship. It was only the beginning. The unknown ship hovered silently at the edge of the Empire border, like a predator waiting for the perfect moment. The warships that surrounded it stayed alert, but they could not understand its behavior. It moved with no pattern, no warning, no logic. Every attempt to approach it failed. The closer a ship got, the faster it seemed to move away, always staying just out of reach. Commander Soren gritted his teeth as he stared at the display. How is it doing this? No engines, no warp, no thrusters, nothing. It's impossible. Officer Mara shook her head. It's like it's alive. Watching us, testing us. The Empire's sensors picked up strange readings around the ship. Energy readings that could not be classified. They weren't from any known fuel or power source. The ship seemed to generate energy that reacted to the surrounding space itself. Every reading shifted unpredictably, almost as if the ship was playing with the sensors. Dr. Hale studied the data closely. This is beyond human or Empire technology, she said quietly. It's not mechanical. Not entirely. It's something else. Something alive. Before anyone could respond, the unknown ship pulsed again. This time, it wasn't a gentle ripple. The pulse was stronger, moving through every ship in the fleet, making systems flicker and alarms blare. Weapons went offline for a moment. Shields wavered. The officers froze. Report. Commander Soren barked. The pulse, it affected our systems, said Rian. Every sensor is distorted. It's like it's testing us. The unknown ship slowly moved closer to the outer perimeter of the Empire border. It seemed to float, almost effortlessly. It did not attack. It did not communicate. Yet the Empire officers felt an unspoken warning. Mara clenched her fists. It's waiting for something, or someone. But for what? Commander Soren made a decision. We cannot let this continue. Send a scout drone. Scan it carefully. Find out what it is. A small drone launched silently from the fleet, moving toward the unknown ship. The officers watched every signal, every screen, every reading. As the drone reached the ship, the impossible happened. All signals from the drone vanished. No image, no sound, no telemetry. The drone simply disappeared from the scanners. Everyone in the command room stared in disbelief. Rian whispered, It destroyed the drone. No, Mara said, shaking her head. It didn't destroy it. It took it. Absorbed it. Something in that ship is far beyond anything we know. The ship pulsed again, softly this time, a faint glow across the dark vacuum. The pulse seemed to stretch outward, like it was mapping every ship, every sensor, every soldier in the fleet. Dr. Hale's voice trembled as she spoke. It's alive. I can't explain it, but it's alive. Not a machine. Not a ship. Something else entirely. Commander Soren turned to his officers. Prepare for everything. Shields at maximum. Weapons ready. Stay alert. Do not approach it directly. Do not communicate until we understand it. Even as they prepared, the unknown ship moved again. This time, it vanished from scanners completely for a full 6 seconds, longer than before. And then it reappeared, directly in the center of the fleet formation. Alarms blared. The fleet reacted immediately, but the unknown ship remained perfectly still, glowing faintly in the darkness. It made no move to attack, yet every officer in the room felt a wave of fear wash over them. Rian could not take his eyes off it. It's like it's waiting for us to make a mistake, he said. Mara nodded. Yes. And I think it already knows what we're going to do next. The unknown ship pulsed once more, sending a wave of energy across the entire fleet. This time, the pulse felt deliberate, like a message. But no one could understand it. It was too strange, too alien, too impossible. Dr. Hale frowned. It's testing us. Preparing us. Or maybe warning us. But what is it? And why is it here? The Emperor's voice came through the comm system, cold and commanding. The Empire will not wait. We must understand this threat. Prepare all available fleets. We will not be unprepared for what comes next. Rian and Mara exchanged a glance. They both knew something deep in space had awakened. Something far older, far stronger, and far stranger than the Empire had ever faced. And the unknown ship, it had only just begun its game. The unknown ship did not move for hours, yet the Empire fleet could not relax. Every sensor, every scanner, every instrument was affected by strange energy that seemed to come from the ship itself. It was not like any energy the Empire had studied. No plasma, no fusion, no dark matter. It was different. Dr. Hale stared at her screens, her eyes wide and tired. It's not just energy, she said. It's alive. Look at these fluctuations. They respond to our movements. They adapt. They are watching us, learning from us. Commander Soren frowned. Alive? It's a ship, not a creature. No, Dr. Hale replied firmly. Not a ship as we know it. Not human, not Empire. I don't know what it is, but it is thinking. The fleet remained on high alert, circling the ship at a safe distance. But the unknown object did something no one expected. Slowly, a glow spread across its surface, a soft pulsating light. The energy readings increased, but in a pattern that made no sense. One moment it was intense, the next almost gone. Every officer watching felt a strange unease. Rian whispered to Mara, I feel like it's communicating with us. But we can't understand it. Mara nodded. It's showing itself, but only enough to keep us watching, guessing. It's like it wants us to be afraid, but not panic yet. The AI monitoring system suddenly issued an alert. Unknown energy signature detected. Structure unknown. Potential threat, maximum. Analysis incomplete. The fleet scientists scrambled to understand the readings. Every known formula, every calculation failed. The ship seemed to bend the rules of physics itself. Energy appeared and disappeared, reformed into patterns too complex to predict. Dr. Hale placed her hands over her face, shaking. It's like it's alive, like it breathes. Not in air, not in space, but it exists somehow, and it's aware of us. Suddenly, one of the outer sensors caught a faint signal. It was not sound, not radio, not light. It was a subtle vibration, almost like a heartbeat. Every officer froze as the AI tried to interpret it. Impossible, muttered Rian. It's pulsing, like a living being. The unknown ship emitted a second pulse. Unlike before, this pulse did not travel outward randomly. It targeted the fleet directly. Every shield flickered. Every system felt a slight overload. The officers could feel it in their bones, a strange, heavy pressure, like something vast was staring directly at them. Commander Soren slammed his fist on the console. "We need to understand it. Scan it. Do something." Dr. Hale shook her head. "We can't. Every scan fails. The sensors distort. Any probe sent toward it disappears or stops responding. It's impossible to study." Mara stepped closer to the screen. "It's testing us," she said softly. "It wants to see how we react. Every move we make, it knows. Every decision. Every hesitation." For the first time, the officers realized the terrifying truth. This was not a ship to fight in a normal battle. This was something beyond technology, beyond war. Something that the Empire could not control. Rian swallowed hard. "We are not ready for this," he said. "Not at all." The unknown ship pulsed once more, a soft glow across the dark vacuum. And then, slowly, it began to move, toward the Empire fleet, but not attacking. It moved with a purpose, deliberate and measured, as if guiding them somewhere. The officers watched in tense silence. Every heartbeat, every breath, every flicker of the lights seemed too loud in the control room. Dr. Hale leaned closer to her console, whispering, "It wants us to follow. Or it wants us to see something. Something we cannot yet understand." Commander Soren clenched his jaw. "Prepare the fleet. Keep formation. Shields up. Weapons ready. And whatever happens, do not panic." The unknown ship moved steadily forward, leading them into the unknown depths of space. And the Empire officers felt the weight of a new reality. This encounter would change everything. For the first time, they realized the Empire was not the strongest force in the galaxy. Something older, smarter, and far more powerful had just awakened. And the true test had not yet begun. The unknown ship moved slowly, almost gracefully, through the darkness of space. The Empire fleet followed at a cautious distance, every officer tense and alert. No one dared speak above a whisper. Even the hum of the station's engines felt loud against the silence of the void. Commander Soren finally broke the quiet. "We need to know what it is. Send a drone. Scan it. Find out what we're dealing with." A small scout drone detached from the fleet and glided toward the unknown ship. It moved silently, lights reflecting off its hull. Every officer leaned forward, eyes fixed on the screens, waiting for the first readings. At first, the drone reported nothing unusual. The ship's surface seemed solid, calm, unchanging. Then, slowly, the drone's sensors began to fail. Readings flickered, cameras froze, and communication links went silent. "What's happening?" Rian shouted. The AI responded calmly, but its voice carried an edge of concern. "Drone signal lost. Energy interference beyond known parameters detected. Attempting to re-establish link." Seconds later, the drone reappeared on the scanner, but it was different. The images were distorted, blurry, almost alive. The drone's lights flickered as if responding to something inside the unknown ship. Then the feed cut entirely. Mara's face paled. It's inside the drone. Or it took it. Something is controlling it. Commander Soren gritted his teeth. "Prepare a second drone. This time, keep it at a safe distance. Scan from afar. I want every reading, no matter what it takes." The second drone approached slowly, its instruments ready. But the unknown ship did something unexpected. A pulse of energy radiated outward, washing over the drone. The instruments went haywire. Data streamed faster than the scanners could handle, numbers and images flickering in impossible patterns. Dr. Hale stared at her console, trembling. "This is not a weapon. Not a trap. It's showing us something. Or trying to communicate. But we can't understand it. Not yet." For a brief moment, the pulse stopped. And then, slowly, the unknown ship opened a part of its hull. A dark passageway appeared, silent and vast. The drone hovered near it, and for the first time, it seemed the ship was inviting them closer. "It's alive," Mara whispered. "It's waiting for us to make a choice." Commander Soren nodded. "Not yet. We observe. We do not enter. Stay alert. Keep the fleet at a safe distance. But get everything recorded. We need to know what we're dealing with before we act." The unknown ship pulsed again, sending waves of energy through space. This time, the pulse carried a pattern, simple at first, then complex, almost like a heartbeat mixed with light. Every officer in the control room felt it. A low, vibrating hum that made the hair on their arms stand up. Rian's hand hovered over the console. "It's trying to talk to us. I don't understand how, but it is." Dr. Hale leaned close to the screen. "It's not using words. Not sounds. Not signals. It's using energy, patterns, life itself. But it's far beyond our understanding." Commander Soren's face was tight with tension. "Prepare the fleet for every possibility. If this is an attack, we respond immediately. If it's a message, we must be ready to listen. But no one touches that ship directly. Not yet." The unknown ship hovered silently, its soft glow pulsing in the darkness. It was a perfect enigma, calm, observing, and alive. Every officer watching felt a strange mix of fear and awe. Rian looked at the screens and whispered, "I think it wants us to follow, to learn. Or maybe it's testing us." Mara nodded silently. "Whatever it is, it's smarter than us. Much smarter." The fleet remained in position, waiting, watching, trapped between fear and curiosity. The unknown ship pulsed again, slower this time, almost like a heartbeat slowing down before a storm. And for the first time, every officer realized the terrifying truth. This encounter would change everything they thought they knew about the universe. The Empire had made first contact. But no one, not even the Emperor, could guess what came next. The unknown ship hovered silently in the emptiness of space, its soft glow reflecting on the Empire fleet's hulls. Commander Soren stared at the readings, trying to make sense of the impossible energy patterns. "We have to know what's inside. It's alive, yes, but we can't just leave it out there," he said, his voice steady but tense. An elite team, Squadron Black Echo, was prepared for the mission. They were the Empire's finest, trained to board hostile ships, explore the unknown, and survive when all hope seemed lost. Each member suited up in advanced armor, weapons ready, scanners online. Rian watched the team prepare, a mixture of awe and fear gripping him. "You really think they'll make it back?" he whispered to Mara. Mara shook her head. "I don't know. I just hope they learn something, anything." The boarding shuttle detached from the main fleet, gliding silently toward the unknown ship. The crew inside could see the ship up close for the first time. It was unlike anything they had ever imagined. Its surface shifted faintly, like living skin, smooth and dark, yet glowing softly from within. No metal, no rivets, no engines, just a strange, breathing structure. Squadron Leader Kale checked the ship's hull. "Sensors are failing," he said, voice tight. "It's organic. Or something like it. Proceed with caution." As they approached, a section of the hull opened slowly. It did not hiss, nor grind. It moved like a living mouth opening, smooth and silent. The crew froze for a moment, staring into the darkness. "It's inviting us," muttered one of the team. Kale signaled the entry. The boarding ramp extended, and the team cautiously stepped inside. Darkness swallowed them immediately. Their flashlights barely penetrated the thick shadows. Sensors were useless, readings fluctuated wildly, giving no information about the space ahead. "Keep close. Stay alert," Kale ordered. Every sound they made echoed strangely, as if the walls themselves absorbed and twisted it. The interior was unlike any ship or station they had ever seen. The walls pulsed faintly, almost like veins under skin. No wires, no panels, no metal. Just smooth surfaces that seemed to move slightly when touched. The team's weapons felt oddly heavy, their instruments unreliable. Dr. Hale's voice came over comms from the fleet. Sensors are reading life signs. But not human, not any known species. It's organic, alive. Be careful. The team moved forward slowly, stepping into a large chamber. At its center floated a crystal device, shimmering softly. Strange patterns of light danced across its surface. The device seemed to emit energy that filled the room, vibrating through the soldiers' suits. Kale signaled the team to stop. Do not touch it. Observe only. One soldier whispered. It's showing images? The crystal projected visions into the room. Stars exploding, galaxies collapsing, civilizations being wiped out. The scenes were fast, chaotic, but somehow organized. Each officer in the room felt a cold dread, as if they were seeing the consequences of power far beyond their understanding. Suddenly, a voice echoed through the chamber. Not through the comms, not through speakers, inside their minds. It spoke slowly, clearly, in basic English. Your empire is next. Every member of the team froze. Weapons lowered slightly, and hearts raced. The voice was calm, almost casual, but it carried a threat deeper than any cannon or fleet. Kale swallowed hard. Everyone, stay focused. We're not here to fight, yet. Just observe. Report everything. The walls pulsed again, and the crystal's images became sharper, showing more destruction, more galaxies falling. It was alive, aware, and somehow judging them. Back on the fleet, Rian and Mara watched the live feed, though it was mostly static. Every fluctuation in the unknown ship's energy caused alarms to flare. They've never seen anything like this, Mara whispered. Rian clenched his fists. If the Emperor knew, he'd be terrified. But maybe he already is. Inside the ship, the team pressed on, deeper into the unknown. Every step felt heavier, every shadow more alive. And the strange sense of being watched never left them. They were no longer just exploring a ship. They were entering a living entity, one that could see them, understand them, and possibly decide their fate. And the Empire was only beginning to understand the scale of what they had unleashed. The deeper Squadron Black Echo moved into the unknown ship, the heavier the air, or what passed for air, felt in their suits. Every step echoed strangely, but sometimes there was no sound at all. The walls shifted slowly, almost imperceptibly, as if the ship itself were breathing around them. Kale signaled the team to stay close. Sensors are useless, he said quietly. This ship, it's alive. And it knows we're here. The chamber ahead opened into a vast hall. It was unlike any human construction. The floor was smooth, but it moved faintly under their boots, responding to their weight. The walls pulsated softly, veins of light running beneath the surface. There were no wires, no panels, no doors, only a seamless, organic expanse that stretched farther than their lights could reach. One soldier whispered, "It's like walking inside a creature." They approached another glowing structure at the center of the hall. This one was larger, a crystal-like formation hovering without support. Inside it, they could see swirling patterns of galaxies and stars, all shifting, collapsing, and forming again. The energy from it vibrated through their suits, making instruments go haywire. Kale motioned for silence. Do not touch it. Observe only. Suddenly, the patterns in the crystal seemed to shift toward them, images of destruction aligning into a sequence that felt deliberate. Planets, stars, civilizations, each flashed briefly before their eyes. Then, a voice spoke again, not through speakers, not through the comms, but directly in their minds. Your empire is next. The team froze. The voice was calm, clear, and filled with authority. It was not angry, not pleading, not emotional. It simply stated a truth they could not ignore. A faint vibration ran through the chamber, and the walls pulsed faster. The ship seemed aware of every movement, every breath. The soldiers' weapons felt heavy, useless, almost irrelevant in the presence of this living entity. Rian's voice came over the comm from the fleet, shaky and tense. They're inside, and the readings are insane. The energy, it's alive. It's thinking. Kale nodded subtly to the team. This isn't a ship. It's something older than our empire. Something that has survived for longer than any history we know. The team advanced carefully, moving along the organic corridors. They noticed more floating crystals, each projecting visions of the galaxy in chaos, worlds destroyed by forces they could barely comprehend. Every step, every pulse from the ship made their hearts pound faster. A soldier whispered, "It's showing us everything it can do. Or maybe, everything it has seen." Kale's eyes were fixed on the largest crystal. "It's not just a warning," he said. "It's a message. It wants us to understand what happens if we cross it. Or its creators. Or whatever woke it." The walls pulsed once more, and the energy in the room increased, almost unbearably. It was as if the ship were aware of their fear, amplifying it, testing them. The team stopped at the center chamber, each member staring at the crystal. They realized the full scale of the threat. The ship was alive, intelligent, and capable of seeing them, reading them, judging them. Kale swallowed hard. "We are not ready to fight this," he said. "And we are barely ready to understand it. But we must report everything. The Empire needs to know what's coming." As the team recorded the data and tried to analyze the patterns, the voice spoke again, soft but piercing. "You cannot stop what awakens. You can only survive it, or be destroyed." The soldiers felt a chill unlike any battle they had faced. The unknown ship was not a weapon in the usual sense. It was something far greater, an ancient intelligence, awakened and aware, capable of understanding civilizations as easily as humans understand insects. And the Empire, in all its power and pride, was just beginning to understand that it was not the ruler of the galaxy. The unknown ship pulsed once more, as if confirming the truth of the voice. The crystal's visions continued, showing a galaxy trembling under the gaze of something far older, far smarter, and far more dangerous than anyone could have imagined. Squadron Black Echo knew one thing with certainty: they had entered the heart of something ancient, alive, and unstoppable. And now, the true test had begun. Squadron Black Echo stood in the central chamber, staring at the largest crystal. Its swirling visions of galaxies and civilizations created a terrifying dance of light. Every pulse of energy made their suits vibrate, as if the ship itself was alive and aware of their fear. Kale took a deep breath. This isn't just a ship. It's a living intelligence. Something older than the Empire, older than any civilization we know. One soldier whispered, "It's judging us, watching us, testing us." Dr. Hale's voice came through comms, trembling. "The energy readings, it's organic, alive. And it's far beyond anything our science can explain. It's not a machine. It's a creature." The crystal's glow intensified. Images of destruction filled the chamber. Entire star systems obliterated, civilizations erased, worlds left in ruin. The visions seemed deliberate, almost as if the ship wanted them to understand the scale of its power. Then, the voice spoke again, calm and chilling. "Your empire is next." Kale clenched his fists, struggling to keep control. "It's a warning," he muttered. "Not a message. A warning. Something ancient has awakened because of us." Rian, watching from the fleet, whispered to Mara, "It's not just attacking, it's alive. It's alive, and it knows what we are." Mara nodded. "And it's deciding what to do with us." The unknown ship pulsed violently, the walls of the chamber moving like they were breathing faster. The energy from the crystals filled the hall, vibrating through every soldier's suit. Weapons felt useless. Instruments failed. Even the shuttle outside the ship experienced strange distortions, unable to record or transmit properly. Kale raised his hand. "We can't fight this, not with ships, not with weapons. This is something else. Something that can destroy us completely if it wants." Suddenly, the crystal projected a new vision. An ancient species, long gone, had created these living ships. They had left them to guard the galaxy, to punish civilizations that grew too powerful, too proud, too reckless. The unknown ship was one of their sentinels, awakened because the Empire had entered a forbidden region of space. The voice spoke again, almost softer this time. You have awakened me. Your actions have consequences. You can fight, but you cannot win. You can surrender, or be destroyed. The squadron realized the terrifying truth. The Empire had provoked a force beyond comprehension. This was not a battle they could fight. This was a choice: confrontation, survival, or submission. Kale signaled the team to record everything. We report everything to the Emperor. Every detail, every vision, every pulse. The Empire must understand what it faces. The ship pulsed one final time, the crystal projecting a vision of the galaxy trembling under its power. The walls of the chamber moved like a living organism, surrounding the squadron with an awareness they could feel in their minds. As the team retreated slowly toward their shuttle, the ship remained silent, watching them leave. It made no move to attack, no signal to follow. But the warning was clear. Back on the fleet, Rian and Mara watched the shuttle return. The squadron was alive, but forever changed. They had seen what no human, or Empire, had ever seen before. Commander Soren's face was pale as he addressed the fleet. We are not the strongest force in this galaxy. Something older, something alive, something far more intelligent than us has just awakened. And we have no choice but to prepare for what comes next. The unknown ship slowly drifted away from the Empire fleet, leaving a trail of faint energy pulses behind it. Its intentions remained unclear, its power undeniable. The galaxy itself felt smaller, fragile, and uncertain under its watch. Rian whispered to Mara. We survived, but we've just opened a door. One we might never close. Mara nodded, eyes wide. And whatever is out there, it's only the beginning. The unknown ship disappeared into the darkness of space, leaving the Empire on high alert and the galaxy holding its breath. The first encounter was over, but the war for survival, understanding, and the future of the Empire had only just begun.